Guys, it is Wok Wednesday once again, and this week we're doing a classic Chinese takeaway dish, ginger and spring onion chicken. I feel excited by this because I feel like it's, really going to the roots of Wok Wednesday. Simple, stir-fry, wok cooking, nice, easy recipe. So ginger and spring onion chicken, ginger and spring onion anything, you've got to start with your ginger and spring onion. So good amount of ginger, and you can either slice this or give it a bash, whichever way you want. Most importantly, you've got to make sure when you start wok cooking that you sear this first and you get a lot of flavour of your ginger and spring onion into the actual oil. So I'm going to take chunks of my ginger to then bash out and place that at the beginning. You could of course just do fine slices of this as well, but I want these to crisp up but still stay together. Got plenty of ginger there to start, and then my spring onion, just going to take the dry ends off. I'll take a little bit of spring onion for the end, just for garnish, so nice fine matchsticks or strands. And that can be for last. And then the rest of the spring onion, plenty of it in sort of chunks like so. And that's to go with your ginger at the very beginning of my wok clock. So starting at 12 o'clock with my ginger and then my spring onion, I'm going to go round my plate, and that's my wok clock of ingredients ready to get wokking. Also got a couple of large cloves of garlic here, quite dry ends, so I'm just going to take those off first. Again, all this can be quite rough, so just rough chunks of garlic are fine. And then just give those, probably should have done that individually. A little bash, and they can go along with your ginger and spring onion. Ginger, spring onion, garlic, the classic trio of Cantonese cooking. Next up, a little bit of onion. I've got red onion here. Probably only need about half of this onion. I'm going to go in dices of red onion. And that's going to go after my ginger and spring onion base. I won't need all of this pepper. I'll probably only use a third of it. Again, similar sort of size to your onion. I'm going to cut my chicken into dices as well, so everything sort of is uniform in shape and size. And that's what sets up a really good stir fry. Last is just slicing your chicken up. I've got chicken thighs here, and then giving those a good marinade. Just open it up slightly so that they can stir fry quickly, and then we're going to go for good size sort of dices of your thinly sliced chicken. From here it's really very simple. I'm going to marinate the chicken, a little bit of light soy, some sesame oil, and a pinch of sugar. And for this amount of chicken, about a tablespoon of corn flour should do it. Give that a good mix through. And then I've got some five spice here as well. Just a pinch of five spice, not too much. Five spice can be quite overpowering if you use too much of it. You know, that base of star anise and cinnamon and clove, fennel seeds, all quite strong spices. Make sure all that corn flour and that sauce gets mixed well into the chicken and doesn't sit at the bottom of the bowl. That's your marinade done. The sauce, I'm going to actually sort of add into the stir fry as I go, because I want the rice wine to sort of sizzle up and sort of the rest of the sauce to caramelize around the chicken. So I've got this beautiful wok clock of ingredients here. My ginger, spring onion, garlic, red onion, green pepper, and then my chicken pieces all ready to go. It's all very, very simple from here. I'm actually going to start my wok on a sort of more medium to high heat, which is unusual for me, but what I want is to sear my ginger and spring onion nicely. And I want the ginger to get nice and crisp before I add anything else. And this will really bring out the flavour of the ginger. You won't get any rawness of these pieces of ginger once we're finished with this. And all that oil in the base of the wok is going to collect the flavour as well. And we'll sort of start to build flavour into the wok as we're going. Now that ginger is starting to crisp up on the base, just flip those over if you can. And then push those to the side, allow them to continue crisping up, and then we're going to start to add your spring onion, your garlic. And as I say, it's getting high heat now. It's sort of really building that smoke around the wok, but I want the garlic to crisp up a little as well, and that spring onion to kind of settle into the wok nicely to get a good sear before I move it around too much. And you can see we're starting to add every ingredient in for my wok clock. See this sort of initial stage of getting that oil nice and gingery, spring oniony. This really makes a difference to the finish of the dish. My onions in next. They don't need long. They just want a nice sort of char. Flick them through a little. And we're starting to stir fry nicely now. Green peppers, same. Give them a little char before we finish off the rest. And you can see, other than the first bit of oil, nothing else has been added right now. You're just taking up all that residual ginger and spring onion oil from the start. Keep that on a high heat. Just char those peppers a little bit more. And then in a second, I'm going to pour all of these out into my bowl here, my handy bowl, because I want to sear the chicken nicely before I then start to compile the rest of the dish. Once your skin of the peppers start to blister a little, then that's ready to come out. Back on a high heat, really, really high here. I'm going to get this smoking hot, especially because I've put the corn flour into the chicken rather than sort of making a corn flour paste to pour into the sauce later on. I want this smoking hot. Make sure your wok is well basted with the oil. It doesn't need to be a lot of oil, just well basted. And then once the whole wok is smoking hot, we're going to add your chicken. And that sort of instant heat will ensure that the chicken doesn't stick to the bottom of the wok. So just spread that out into a thinnish layer and allow that chicken to seal nicely. You want to cook this through for about 30 to 45 seconds. Press into the chicken on a high heat before you turn it, and then we'll do the same on the other side. I'm not tossing the wok at any point right now because I want to make sure it's got all that heat to seal the chicken nicely. If you toss it around too much, it'll cool your wok down. Once you seal both sides, then you can start to move it around a little bit more. So you've got all that corn flour in there, but no sticking in the bottom of the wok, which is great to see. At this point, your veg can come back in. Oyster sauce, a couple of tablespoons. You can see I'm really building up heat now. A little dash of dark soy for colour. Flick that through a couple of times. I mean, that would taste good in itself just as it is right now, but the rice wine and chicken stock just lightens the sauce a little bit and create a little bit more sauce, and then it will thicken up again. But what I want to do is I want to make sure that this wok is really, really smoking hot before I add my rice wine and any chicken stock. Right, you can see the smoke building up and building up. I've just moved it around a little. Now some rice wine over the top. A little bit of flame there. Let that bubble away. And then lastly, your chicken stock. But even when you're adding your stock, I'm going to do the same again. I'm going to make sure it's nice and smoking hot before I pour any stock into my wok. Stock in the wok. Let's wok.
Really good run.
Thanks, Lee. A little bit of chicken stock around the edge. And that bubbles up nicely. Stir that through. Couple of flicks. I've got that last little bit of rice wine there. I'm just going to pour in at the end, just before I serve up, and you'll get that sort of slightly alcoholic but sweetness. It keeps its sweetness that way, and then straight out. Oh, really simple wok cooking at its best. Fine slices of spring onion over the top. Ginger and spring onion chicken. Type of dish, like most, it's best eating when steaming hot. Mmm. So succulent. And the ginger itself as well, the way it's been cooked, when you eat it, it won't taste hot. It will taste sweet and take on all that flavour. There's that searing at the beginning, but also the way that I smashed it as well. Simple cooking. Guys, if you want to learn more dishes like this, also slightly more complex dishes, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like all of our social media.